Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to The Witcher as we continue our relaxed playthrough. Good evening, I hope you're well. We're back this evening for 2 hours as we continue this relaxed playthrough. It's been a little while. In fact, I think it was the 19th of August, I think I saw, which is a good few weeks because of everything happening over the summer. We haven't streamed in the evenings for a while, which means this has kind of got a little left behind, but we're back this evening. We're going to continue on. I can't quite remember where we got to previously, so we'll have a quick catch up once we get into it. I'm pretty sure we were still trying to finish off some Witcher missions before we move on to Skellige. I think that's where we're up to, but we'll double check once we load in. Massive thanks to everyone who's watched the channel update, much appreciated. The channel schedule is out as always tomorrow afternoon 1 PM GMT, and that'll be the schedule for next week. Includes a bit of me talking at the start to explain what's happening. But yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. That's the important thing. Good evening to whoever's in chat. I can't see it for a second because I'm just doing the YouTube, so bear with me a second and I'll be able to read it and catch up. So bear with me. But yeah, it's nice to be back streaming. This week's been pretty hard because it's been the first full week back since the summer's finished and I've been having the issues, but it's been good to do it. It's been good to get back again. Suna, good afternoon, good evening, how are you? I meant good evening, it's evening time for me. How are you this evening? Thanks for the like, that was much appreciated. So I just want to check sound. We are good to go. So let's load in, let's have a look. Sandani, good evening, how are you? So we'll load in the story, we'll catch up and tell us where we are in the story. What I'm expecting is we will continue on with Novigrad as we have been doing, clear all the missions below the main story level, and then we'll move on to Skellige, do the missions underneath the main story level, and then do main story itself. That's kind of my thinking, but we'll see how we go. Let's see what it says when we load in.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen
I'm not too bad, thank you, Zandani. Not too bad at all.
Avallac'h, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided
Thanks for the like,
to award
much
the
appreciated.
King of the Hunt support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tirnalia. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alderfolk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
So that's where the story's at, although what we've been doing all the way through this relaxed playthrough is we have been completing all the missions below the main story level in each area before we move on. And that's where we're at. So we've got 4 contracts to do. Well, I say that's just collecting money, which I've kind of not bothered with because we've got loads. We've got that one. That's level 35. Let's see what level the main story is. Main story is 28. So we've got 2 missions to do, and then we head to Skellige to have a look at battle preparations and any side quests in Skellige. I'm guessing we've got no side quests left in Novigrad. No, that we haven't. Okay, perfect. So we've got 2 Witcher contracts to do. Phantom of the Trade Route and the Oxenfurt Drunk. And then we head to Skellige and we'll have a look at side missions, Witcher contracts, and the main story will continue in Skellige. That is the plan. I'm just doubting myself, but that is the plan. So we are heading all the way over here by the looks of things. So we'll have to fast travel to Deraz. We can fix all our armor and stuff, and then head south from there. We'll examine a cart of the Witcher centers and figure out what is going on with the Phantom of the Trade Route. It's been a little while, I know. So we're just going to have a quick check over our gear. So we've got the Taiga sword. It's Witcher gear. We're going to use it in half a level's time. We need to get to level 37 to be able to use it. So we're nearly there with it. Where did I pick these up? So I'm doubting myself because that's a really low level. I know we've got the Griffin armor that we're too high a level to use. Body armor, we're currently using the Spike Rook Akaton. The Nilfgaardian Guardsman Gauntlets. We've been trying to get rid of them for ages because of the heavy armor. The Tracker's Boots. And we've also got the Mahakaman trousers, which is again a heavy armor. We've got to try and get rid of those and move on from those. We've also got on us the Earthline crossbow. And we have the Griffin gear, but we've got to get it upgraded, which means we need the next one up from enhanced, which I think superior, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I know what happened. So in the last stream, we came across a Witcher that didn't really have any honor, and we fought him, and I think that's where we got his gear from. So that's why we have the steel sword, the Witcher steel sword for level 37. Doesn't need fixing, to be fair. But I think that's where it comes from. So that we'll start using that as soon as we're high enough level, to be fair. That is the plan. So, from where we are now, we just need to head over here, and we can fast travel closer to where we're going. And then we'll be able to go and find out what is going on with the Phantom of the Trade route. It feels like it's been a long time since we've been back on this, but it's only because, I think it's about 2 weeks, I think it works out. But it's because of how things have happened over the summer. Is there an anvil anywhere? Yes, there. I don't want to loot anything, so I don't want to steal anything. There we go. That's why I do enhance our items so we got there. I probably will be a bit rubbish with buttons for at least the first fight we get into, as always. Right, Igni's there. Perfect. Fast travel, so we're going to travel closer to where we're going, which is just over here. 2 more missions and then we can move back to Skellige and go from there. That is the plan. These missions, I don't know the length, it's all going to depend on how much story is involved with them. Why are there enemies here? Okay. Devourer. Please. Oh, get away! I forgot they explode. So, Devourers have taken over this village we just travelled to. It's not over, there's still more. Get away from them before they explode. I think we've dealt with them all. But we fast travelled to this village because it's near to where we're heading next. And Devourers have taken over instead. You can see the victims. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do for them. But yeah, that's not good. I'm guessing there's no survivor. There's wolves nearby, I can hear them. I don't know if there's, I'd say there's no survivors. I kind of don't want to loot anything because it is kind of stealing still. Even if no one's alive. But we'll have are they alive or they're dead? Yeah, everyone is dead. So I'd have a look. If there's something really good that can help us, then I'm not stealing, I'm borrowing. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be much here. But the whole village has just been destroyed. Yeah, everyone is dead. I'm not taking anything unless it's something that we need badly. So any Witcher gear, anything that's going to help us upgrade anything, which by the looks of it, there's nothing here. Yeah, there's a whole village that's just been taken out. But I wonder if that's part of this. It could be part of the Phantom of the Trade route. We don't know. I could have called a horse here to help us, to be fair, but we're here anyway. So, we've got to examine the cart using the Witcher senses and try and figure out what happened here.
Someone walked through the spilled wine.
Okay, so someone's walked through the spilled wine. That should potentially give us a
Someone
sense.
was running. Fast. Panicked. Prints are deep, and suddenly...
What's that there?
Somebody was bound. Rope was cut quickly, with a dull blade.
So the cart was carrying someone, potentially? That's what I would have said. If someone was bound, and their ropes were cut quickly with a blunt knife, that would say that the cart was carrying someone. Anything else to look at here? Using the Witcher senses, that's what it sounds gone a bit different. There's another clue here, otherwise it would have come up to where we've got to go next. Ah, there. Scratch mark.
Claw marks. A flyer. Swooped down. Judging by the claw marks, gotta be a wyvern or a forktail. Shattered the wine barrel. But seems the people managed to escape.
So we need to
Can't
find the
blame me.
people.
Smell will linger for hours.
So we've got to follow the smell of the wine and see where these people ran to, potentially, and hope that they're alive and the wyvern didn't get them. Or the forktail. We don't know which one yet. The hare over there. Right, let's keep following this. I'll pick up the plants as we go past them. But potentially, these people could still be alive. That's the hope. Or we're too late and we've just got to kill the creature. We won't know until we get there. That wine was definitely potent, wasn't it?
Tracks lead to the cave.
For the smell to stay there. Right, there's a cave here. Ah. Well, this person didn't survive.
Before you reach the cave.
So this is one of the people from the cart trying to escape by the sounds of it and didn't quite make it into the cave. But what is in the cave itself? Okay. I always get nervous when entering caves because you just don't know what you're going to find. What's that there? Refugee. Hang on. There's a person there. She's got an apple on her. Did just see a refugee. Are they alive? They are alive.
Grieve. Your eyes, they shine so in the dark. Thought at first it were the lizard coming.
Thing that attacked. How big was it?
Well, too big to squeeze in here. It were huge. And those teeth, ugh, we barely escaped.
Wonder if it killed the traders. Poor son's sure at it coming.
Important thing now's to get out of here. Will ye help, Master Witcher?
Of course we'll help. We always help. But do tell us what happened first.
Tell me what happened.
Some traders hired us. To protect them along the high road, they said. Before we knew it, they'd bound us like calves.
Why?
They were kind enough to explain in real precise that we were necessary sacrifice for progress and trade.
Oh, wow.
So they left us, tied to the wagon, as beast bait. Weren't long for a huge lizard appeared, as if its master had whistled.
So they were the ones that are
Must have
bound, but they
learned
were
by now
duped.
that army supplies travel down this road.
Oi, clever one, the lizard. Cut us off straight away. Left us to crawl in here. Poor Tommy didn't make it.
Okay. I'll tend to the creature.
Need to tend to the monster. Doubt I'll have to look far. Wyverns like to herd their prey towards their nests.
We'll wait here. Wouldn't want to get in your way.
Wyvern.
They're not coming to help
Lucky
them.
me.
So we're going to go and find the wyvern's nest. I kind of want to see what else is in this cave. A royal wyvern has just been added to a bestiary entry. I just want to see if there's any good stuff in here, because in caves you can find chests and things. It can be really good, but not always. There's a lot of mushrooms in this one, it would seem. Okay, this is the other side of the cave. Now we think the wyvern was kind of getting them towards its nest, which means it is just above us, which in turn means we should check our bestiary just in case we've got oil we can use. So we're looking for a royal wyvern. Where are you? Don't know what a royal wyvern comes under. Sirens, no. There we go. Royal wyvern. So we want to be using golden Oriole potion. We don't use potions very often. Grape shot, we don't use bombs. Drachnoid oil, we'll see if we can put that on a blade. And the Ard sign, so that's to make it come out the air basically. So the Ard sign and Drachnoid oil. Let's make sure we've got some Drachnoid oil. Necrophage, Spectre, Insectoid, Beast, Vampire, Drachnoid. And it's enhanced. So if we put that on our blade now, there we go. And we'll change our sign to the Ard symbol so we can use the telekinetic blast. Try and pop this thing out the air once we find this nest. Now we think it's above the cave. Because normally, like Geralt said, they're trying to herd their prey close to their nest, so it makes it easier to take their food back there. Does mean it may not be on its own. That's the other downside. Okay, where is this nest then? Would it look like a nest, or will it just be a perch? Creature nest, we're here. Oh, I can't see it. I can hear something though. Yes. That would be a wyvern. I think we have fought these before, but not two at once though. Decent damage there. Our oil is really up, that's one down already. I don't want it to take off. There we go, catching it as it's trying to take flight. That's two. Are we done? I think we might be.
Wasn't them that attacked those people.
No.
Gotta be a royal wyvern hiding around here somewhere.
It means there's another one somewhere.
Need to destroy the nests.
Right, we're going to destroy the
nest. Need to destroy it.
Right, we're going to destroy the nest first, so no more spawn. There'll be goodies to come for the nest as well, but we're still missing the royal wyvern.
Need to destroy it.
So there's still going to be another one turn up, and this will be bigger and stronger than these two. We'll take the loot though. Yeah, it's not going to be over yet. This thing's going to be big. If they were normal wyverns, a royal wyvern, I'm expecting to be twice the size. And there it is. Hello, Mr. Wyvern. Please don't kill me, Mr. Wyvern, or are you? Need to get it out of the air. There we go. Ah, got us there. Just trying to stun it. Oh, it can fight. I need to knock it out of the air again when it comes down. We got it. To be fair, we are a little more higher level than what we could be to do this mission.
It's huge. What's the name again?
Royal wyvern. Don't usually come this big.
It's feasted plenty, I reckon. Attacking those travelling the road. What do they call ye, master?
Geralt of Rivia.
Geralt of Rivia. It'll be a tale to tell the young'uns.
Well, they're going to tell everyone about what we did. We've still got to go and collect the contract. What I was in the middle of doing...
Trophy. No doubt about it.
Okay, I thought we'd lost it. I was just collecting the loot from it, because I saw there was a sword there. The trophy we want. Now, we didn't collect anything out of the nests. We can still loot them. So a few bits and pieces from there. I want to have a look at the sword we just gained as well. The wyvern had it in its mouth, or you could say in its belly, whichever way you want to look at it. They've come through the cave from that side, haven't they? I'm guessing there's nothing else around. I take it they just climbed up. Yeah. It's because it's a cave, you kind of think, is there any treasure anywhere? I don't think there is. We did look at the bottom before we got to the top. Not knowing it was connected, to be fair. But let's have a quick look at this sword that we just gained. So, silver sword. Ard Quen sign intensity is increased. Does 9 more damage than our current silver sword. Interesting. Would lose the armor piercing. But Ard sign and Quen sign, 2 signs we don't normally use, to be fair, would go up. Does need fixing, admittedly. And we don't normally put any rune stones in. We can put runes in, but we've changed weapons so often. There's no real point, because once you use them, they're used. We want to kind of do it on end gear kind of thing. But I can't see us not changing weapons all the time, because we just keep finding better stuff. In some ways, we probably should change to it. but I wanted it to be a bit higher than that, really. But we can still change. It's not the end of the world. But we've got some decent runes, but it's just not worth changing. Annoyingly, it's just a waste to use them in some ways, but it's a waste not to use them at the same time. So that is that done. We now need to head back to the village that gave us the mission, which is just down here alongside the cliff edge. We'll go back to Avallac'h, collect the money for the mission, and then we'll go and do the final Witcher contract before we head to Skellige. And then we should be nearly there to move on with the story as well. May do the main story in Skellige first, mainly because before we leave an area we've been doing the side missions that are under the main story level, but depending on what we need to do for the main story, maybe best to do that first. We are quite close to the end of the story, I think. The main game story anyway, so it's nearby. Wolves. But even when that's done, we've still got 2 DLCs to do, all the missions that are left over at the end as well to do. There's still a fair bit still to do and see. There's still parts of the land we've not been to. I would like to see everything we possibly can before we say we're finished. Right, let's hand in this mission, shall we?
Master Witcher, a word, if you will. Might have a job for you.
So we actually didn't. We picked this mission up because we came across
cave north of here.
The cart a while back.
Lost his life, but the others should be here soon.
Damn it all! We never should have split. Let them go off on their own. The wyvern. Did you cut it down?
We did cut it down.
All of one of you.
So we didn't actually get the mission directly from the guy. We got it because we stumbled across the car a while back.
Offer a reward either.
How am I to know you speak the truth?
Show him the head.
We can wait till they get back. Though I should charge you more if so.
Nay, no need. Gods will judge you if
We've definitely spoke the truth. We took down the one. Thanks for the like, Willows. Much appreciated.
Here, take this.
Obviously, I don't know how much we're going to get because we didn't pick the contract up from him. And like I say, we've stumbled across it.
Farewell.
There we go. That is that mission complete. Phantom on the trade route is done.
Would you leave him in the forest?
192 crowns. We actually don't need money anymore. We've got nearly 10,000 crowns. So money isn't a big deal. That's only because we don't buy anything. That's the reason it's not a big deal. Right. So our next mission is the final Witcher contract that's under the main story level in Novigrad. And that is the Oxenfurt Drunk. So where are we heading for this one? We are heading back north. We are going into Oxenfurt itself to go and speak to the Redanian officer about it. So that's where we're heading next. Once that's done, we're off to Skellige to continue the main story there. So we'll head to the fast travel point, which we're going the wrong way.
Fill in your coin purse, village by village, eh?
Yeah, you can hear the people don't like us still. No matter how much we do for the people to save them, they still don't like witchers. They think all we're out for is coin. Whereas we've tried not to just be out for coin. We've been helping people where possible for free. But it's not enough. People won't change their opinion of us. Right, let's go and speak to this officer, find out what this is about. And then from there, find out what is going on. Okay.
Here to talk about the contract.
Contract? Ah, yes. Put my mark to something of the sort. Seems a creature's attacking lonely passers-by, abandoning their corpses in gutters around...
Makes you think it's a creature.
Isn't that something you should look into?
Perhaps, but we've a ploughing war to win. Haven't got the time to clean gutters.
See, my guess would be vampire. That's kind of my go-to in a town. Reward's too small. Well, since you're the
Let's
army,
talk about the reward.
we're going to try and get as much out of it as possible.
You'll not be disappointed. Redanian army's no band of scruffs. We can afford to hire a witcher.
For you. Now I want any extra penny out of you I can get. The base rate is 273, and the maximum we can try and get out of him is 400. So we'll try. I want to annoy him quite quickly. We'll try 340. I reckon he'll say no.
Very well.
He didn't say no.
With a clear conscience.
I kind of wish I'd gone higher.
I'll take the job. Need to hear some
That's quite a bit
details.
extra bonus we're giving
You'll
ourselves
learn
there.
everything I know.
Okay, victims.
Like to examine the victims' bodies.
A corpse is a corpse.
I see the wounds. Might be able to tell what kind of monster killed them.
Ask our Sawbones. He'll know if the corpses have been burnt or not. You'll most likely find him in the hut on the riverbank.
So we're going to be a bit of running around before we go and find whatever this creature is. Any witnesses?
Any witnesses to these attacks? Anyone see the beast?
Some woman survived an attack. They say she's not been sober since.
Kathy, good evening. How are you?
If you're willing to try talking to her.
Won't give me any trouble with the reward.
That's all good, Kathy. All good.
I want this out of my hair.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there, admittedly. Yeah. It's not been easy recently. But, yeah, we just plod along as best as possible and just keep going. I don't like complaining, if that makes sense. But yeah. I'm trying not to overdo it. I think I've pushed myself too much sometimes, and obviously it backfires horribly. So I've kind of I'm slowly learning my lesson, I think.
Oh.
Slowly.
Will you buy a round for a victim of the beast?
Really? So she's playing on the fact she was attacked now.
Tell me about the monster. How you were attacked.
I'd need another bottle to get through it.
You'll do fine without it. This is where the Jedi magic comes into play.
I think you'll tell me everything I need to know. Bottle or no bottle.
What have you been playing recently, Kathy?
Yes, I will. I was leaving the inn that night. Might have had a drink or 5. I'm
5.
sure I wasn't hallucinating. Something down an alley called my name. It was dark. I couldn't see what it was, but...
Something down that alley calls your name.
Of that I'm certain.
What makes you so sure?
I just know. This thing grabbed the hem of my skirt, but I broke free and ran.
That it? You didn't see much.
Don't believe me either, do you? Fuck you! Fuck you all!
It just seems a bit weird that something would call her name as she was leaving the tavern. And then she managed to run away from it. I don't know, that just seems a little bit weird. We haven't seen the morgue yet, though. This is meant to be the location where it happened, though. Can we find anything? Give us any clues? Doesn't seem to be any...
Jumping chimneys. Stop, or tell the king.
Can't see anything. Yeah, nothing I can see that would give us... And then, oh, there's something there. What's that?
A bracelet. Pretty worn. Silver under the gilt.
Pala.
Too big for a woman's wrist.
Oh, Pala. Is that...
Most likely.
I can't think what that is. I recognise the name, but I can't think. Is that one that was free the other month? Ah, yes, got you. Yeah, it looked interesting. You can transfer yourself into other beings, can't you? Is that the one? Palia. Yeah. No, it's not what I was thinking it was.
Well, a witcher.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was thinking. There was another one that I could. That was you could transfer your consciousness into other beings and use those and you solve puzzles. Wasn't what I was thinking. How are you finding it? Is it any good? Well, we've got to go and speak to the medic, who's basically the morgue, and find out. Yeah, I've just had a quick look what it was. It wasn't what I was thinking. But how are you finding it? It's fun, nice. Right, this should be where the bodies have been taken. Whether they're still here or they've been burnt, we're not so sure.
Red, yellow to yellow, and white.
You the medic? I'd like to see the monster's victims.
Yeah, I only had a quick look. It looks okay.
I've not had them burned yet.
must get to that.
Okay, so he's not got rid of the bodies. That's a bonus.
You done autopsies yet? Intend to?
Why would I? Beggars and vagrants. Every last one stinking of cheap wine.
Yeah.
Mind if I have a look?
We need to have a look at the
In
bodies.
point of fact, I'd prefer you didn't sniff around.
Gonna make me come back with a written order?
Good grief. Pushy, aren't we? Here, the key to the
I
morgue.
don't want you looking at the bodies,
Look all you want.
but I also don't want you to get the paperwork. So here's my key. Go and do what you want.
If you were an ordinary man, I'd diagnose anemia. But you are far from ordinary.
Right, are these our bodies, are they?
He was drunk. Someone dragged him over the cobblestones. Fang marks on his neck.
I did guess vampire as soon as
sucked
we
his
heard
blood.
it was in the town. So we're thinking vampire
Vampire
then.
bites and the strong stench of alcohol, just like the other one. Fondness for jewelry, wounds on the victims' bodies. Everything suggests a catachan, except this vampire likes the blood of drunkards. That's the way to lure it out.
Likes the blood of drunkards. So that means the woman who was said that she heard her name was telling the truth, because Catachan in its human form, I suppose, can call someone by the name. So it would appear human.
His Majesty King Radivid is a
Can't go in that way.
but a just one.
So we've got to get the innkeep and get drunk in order to... We've got to get drunk to bait the Catachan, to then fight the Catachan. I've never been a fan of being drunk in games. It bugs the hell out of me, but I don't think we've got a choice. See if I can get into the pub. It won't allow me in. I can't find a door to go inside. There we go. Right, we're going to talk to the innkeep. We've got to get drunk. But it means the woman was telling the truth.
We don't serve lushes, shavers, caretakers, or students from Philosopher's Hall.
Do I look like a...
We don't look at anyone on that list.
Doesn't hurt to check, just so it's clear how things stand.
So what did they do to you, the students from...
Rather not talk on it, alright? What's your poison?
Let's find out what he has to offer first.
Mind if I have a look?
We'll buy a drink in a second. I'm just curious to what he's got. He's got some Witcher cards, actually. All the look at all the Roach's stuff we've not got rid of. What's that? A succubus. All the stuff that we've just kept and kept. I'm going to buy the Gwent cards. We haven't played much Gwent, but I'm going to buy them anyway because they're there. We've got plenty of food, so we don't need that. Right, we need a drink.
Want to get drunk off my ass, and it's got to be on cheap wine.
Trouble with the lass? Or did your enterprise go under?
Neither. Just part of the job.
That's part of the job. I'm really hoping it doesn't make him act drunk when you fight, because that's really annoying.
Keep it
50
coming.
crowns in advance. If the screen starts moving, that's when I do. Yeah, there we go. That's the bit that I dislike about being drunk in games, is the screen, because it just plays in my eyes so badly. Right, we've got to.
Was a maid from Vic of Varro. Tight at night, she'd be.
We're meant to fight this thing as well while drunk.
Early in the morning, another maid from Vic of Varro, cloud with pleasure, drank with sorrow, till early in the morning.
Come on, where is it?
Catachan didn't hear it. I'll try another verse.
He sounded sober then when he was talking. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Try to entice the Catachan out. I'm not sure how well we're going to fight though whilst drunk. Well,
Our third maid was not handy. Gave it up to
so I
any
just,
man standing.
she kept following us and I was thinking, is she the Catachan? But obviously not.
What's the meaning of this? Such rudeness and vulgarity, young people these days.
All right. Sheesh.
Obviously didn't like Geralt singing. Yes, we're doing Assassin's Creed Mirage live on release, is the current plan. The same as Spider-Man 2 as well. Now that Mirage is releasing a week early, that's going to help us as well because of timings and things. But yeah, so the plan is to do Assassin's Creed Mirage on release. There we go, we can hear it.
Fight, bitch.
Where is it?
Drink your blood.
Come on, cut the shit.
Here I am. Over here.
There it is. We've got a couple of swings in. Right. We may be drunk, but we managed to get a couple of swings in.
Damned Catacan.
Where's he gone? Track down the Catacan using our Witcher sensors. Okay.
I can hear it.
I can hear its heartbeat. It's trying to run away from us, but we can still get to it. Are you going to play it when it comes out, Kathy? Is it something that you're interested in? It's definitely running away from us, isn't it? Come back here. Making us go a long way to catch it.
It's going to the hut by the river.
It's going to the hut by the river, isn't it? Okay. We haven't got a key. There's a fishing rod in that one. How do I get inside without a key? Ah, ladder. Convenient ladder. It's always handy. There's a chest up here.
That stench.
Okay. It's dead. To be fair, the good couple of swings we got in earlier I think helped. Not so busy now. Hopefully I can catch some of your live streams. Yeah, we haven't been doing many evening streams because of all the issues, to be fair. I'm kind of key to the Catacan's hideout and the Catacan trophy. Cool. Yeah, so we will be back to a lot more evening streams soon. I'm just trying to be a bit careful with how much I do at the minute. You're not sure if you're going to get it though. It's one of those, I'm hoping it's good. There is always a chance that they mess it up. I'm hoping it's not though. I'm hoping it will actually be good, this one. That's it. Contract done, mission complete. We can leave for Skellige. There's silver in that. We'll take the bear fat too. Don't need the fishing rod. Okay, we need to go and hand in the mission to the Redanian officer, and then we're done here. And Skellige is the next point of call.
Long live Radovid.
Before we head to Skellige, we'll make sure we've dumped everything off we don't want us, and get anything we need to get before we leave. But I think we're just about there. You want to see what it's about? It sounds like it's going to be different. Oh, absolutely, completely different, yeah. It
killed the monster that was murdering folk.
Sounds like they've gone back to the old school way of playing rather than big open world.
What on earth's a Catacan?
But with some of the
vampire
combat of the newer games, I think, by the sounds of it.
How the hell could a foul beast be interesting?
This one liked alcohol.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping it is really good. I'm hoping the story's perfect.
What matters is you
I know a lot of people are put off because it's Basim. But I like the idea because you're then learning a bit of history around the character. You're afraid you won't like it, see what's, yeah. I understand that. Okay, that is the mission complete. Why is he still stood there with something to talk to us about? No, it just hasn't changed the marker above his head. He has now. So that is the mission complete. So that is now every mission below the main story level of 28 done in Novigrad and Velen. So ignoring this one obviously because that's just collecting money and I'm giving them the money basically. Battle preparations is the next one to go and do, and that is in Skellige. So what we need to do is we need to meet Avallac'h on the ship. So what we're going to do is we'll head back to Novigrad. We'll put anything we don't want to use in our chest to make sure we've got rid of a few bits. We'll go and pop in and see the blacksmith, see if there's anything we can get from him whilst there, and then we're off to Skellige. That is the plan. Fast travel point should be just ahead of us here. I think we should probably change the sword and that. We have got upgraded ones now, so we should really change what we're wearing and using. I could do with some better armor, to be fully honest, but I don't think we're going to get any at this point. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy it. I generally enjoy. I've enjoyed all of them in different ways, admittedly. But yeah, I think it'll be okay.
Happiness will come today.
I just don't want them to. I don't want the story to be bad. I want the story to be good. I don't want it to be obvious of why it is the way it is, if that makes sense. I kind of want some mystery to it. Right, let's have a look at our gear, see what we can put in the box. We're keeping this sword on us because that's what we're going to use when we level up. This one can go in the box. This one was thinking about swapping with a silver sword. That's a steel sword, isn't it? It is. Does 9 more damage. It does need fixing, but that's easily done. We'll lose the armor piercing, but we do gain bonuses. Yeah, we'll swap them round. And this one is another silver sword, but it's a lot worse than what we've got. So those go in a box. That all needs upgrading. We haven't got the ability to do so.
I'm in a rut.
So let's just stick these in our box. And we'll keep the other sword on us because that's what we're moving on to once we're high enough level. So we're going to go towards where we're going to meet Avallac'h, but on the way I want to pop into the blacksmith. I believe he's making us a weapon and we haven't collected it yet. So there's a possibility we might get a new sword out of this. I would prefer some armor, but I don't think that's going to happen at the minute.
Something stinks. Decomposing flesh. Human flesh.
Yeah, they've been killing everyone here, haven't they? That's why. There's going to be the smell of rotten flesh when they're killing every single person around here. Anyone that's not human, that is, anyway. Right, where is the blacksmith? Kind of roughly the way it's guiding us anyway, to be fair. Yeah, this Novigrad has completely changed since they ran out of witches to burn. They've been killing everyone else, and you can tell Novigrad has really changed. Okay, blacksmiths. I don't think we've collected something from him, but we may have done. If not, he can make us something.
Greetings,
Need it.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
My sword ready.
My sword ready yet?
It is.
You get a new sword.
And admire. A sword to outshine all others.
Well, this was worth the wait.
Looks pretty nice, to be fair. This is where you find out it's too lower level for us to use.
It is I who thank you for everything.
For those that don't know, the reason he's giving us the sword, the blade from the bits, is because we helped him get his blacksmith back up and running again after it was taken away from him by gangs and that kind of thing. Let's just say farewell because I want to check out the sword. I didn't realise we'd finished the mission as well, to be fair. I'm not sure what we finished mission-wise, but we did. Right, please don't be too bad. Ah, it's not too bad. Damage scales with character level. We've had a sword like this before where the damage is meant to scale to our level. And it wasn't very good. We're going to lose our 36 armor piercing. We're going to lose a 4% chance to poison. That doesn't matter. We will gain 50% chance of critical hit damage bonus. Does that make up for armor piercing? Probably not. It does 4 damage more than our current. It's not a big swing, but we will do it. It's worth changing. And then obviously that's for the silver sword. We can end up selling this sword now. It's not worth what it says it's worth, and they never are. Okay, I need him.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
Let's see what he's got.
What do you have on offer?
He probably won't have anything weapon-wise we want. I will sell the Witch Hunter sword. 142. That's a lot less than what it told us it was worth. They always are, though. We've got silver sword there to learn. The only downside, yes, we can afford it. We go 10,000 crowns, and this is 2,290 crowns for it. But as soon as we're at level 37, we're changing sword to the next one we've got on us anyway, and it's a Witcher sword. It's kind of pointless buying anything, I think, even if we do have the money, because we just won't keep it for very long. Silver sword, again, these are all decent weapons for a higher level. Crossbows. They're less than our Ursine crossbow, though. None of them are as good as ours. Strangely, what have we got here? Well-preserved notes on the Witcher Elgar. That might be worth it, because that may give us a location for Witcher gear. What else has he got? Parchment. Crafty bits and pieces. Yeah, nothing really useful other than what we've just managed to buy. If we go to crafting, I don't think we've got anything that's worth doing. You obviously can't make armor, otherwise that would be a go-to. We've already got our Ursine crossbow already. We haven't got the ability to upgrade our Witcher gear because we need the next one from Enhanced, I think Superior. And we're missing the other bits for the other ones, the Ursine stuff. Yeah. What we'll do is get a repair thing we have though. It's always handy when everything's repaired. Yeah, repair that. The shirts don't matter. The shirts are only there because you need that for making certain Witcher gear, so I kept shirts on me all the time. They don't weigh anything. It doesn't matter in that respect. Weight-wise, oh, we've only got 60 weight on us. Is that all we've got? The reason we've got so little is because we need to dismantle things. So what I didn't realise until quite late on this is how much weight rubbish can take up, and I will pick up everything that we come across. So the rabbit pelts, 0.49 for weight, but I need to break them down to get that weight back. So we're going to need to quickly break down a few things here. They do cost money to dismantle. There we go. The wolf hides weigh a fair bit as well. This is where our money is probably going to disappear quite quickly, I think. We've got 40 fur scraps. They don't weigh anything. So once you break something down, generally it then doesn't weigh anything. So although this is costing us money, it's giving us weight back. We're down to 152 now. That's nothing. I've got 12 black magic dolls. This is the problem. I will randomly pick everything up we come across. And then we're left in this situation where I've got no weight left to carry anything. Sheepskin. They can go as well. What else we got here? Old goat hide. Done 147. Doesn't take long to get your weight down, to be fair. We've got 21 smoking pipes. There you go. More weight back. The more weight we have, the more we can carry. That's kind of the way we've got to look at it. 10 platters. And it is just me. The fact I'll pick every single thing I come across up. That's what happens. This is where I go wrong sometimes. Can't help but hoard things. What are these up here? Devour's blood. They don't weigh anything though. Anything that doesn't weigh anything isn't an issue. Nails, they do weigh something. 63 nails. Item needed to complete a quest. Well, hang on to them. We've got here pure silver. That weighs a lot. Looking at that. So we can break them down into silver ingots that don't weigh anything. It's always handy. What else we got? We got a load of white bear hides. And again, you only need the materials that you're making from these things. You're not going to use them as is. You need to break them down to actually use them for making stuff anyway. So we're getting there. So we've already knocked off 30. Is there anything really heavy still? I've just spent 1,500 crowns though doing this, to be fair. That doesn't have a weight to it. Does that have a weight? Yeah, nothing major though. As long as there's anything majorly heavy to quickly get rid of. But looking at it, there's no weight left on a lot of this lot. Yeah, no weight there. What about that? Resin. No, if there's no weight, there's no point doing it. No. We've got a decent amount of weight back, to be fair. We nearly got 100 left. Spare, which is not too bad. I can get a little bit more out of these. Silver mug. We're nearly there. That'll give us a spare 100. I suppose, is it grams? I don't know if it would be grams, to be fair. Thanks for the like, much appreciated. I kind of want to do the nails because it said item needed to complete a quest. I don't want to do it for the nails. These runestones, they do. See, all these runestones we're not using. Oh, we can break them down to infuse dust. That's not a bad shout, actually, because they're too low to us to use. So, because of that, there's no point keeping them. And I didn't know they actually take weight up. It's going to cost us 882 crowns to dismantle them. That's a lot of crowns. But it gives us weight back. Right, I'm done. I'm going to keep spending money if I'm not careful here.
So long.
Crazy Iceman, good evening. How are you? How have you been? So we are ready to go to meet Avallac'h, head off to Skellige on the ship for the battle preparations. Feels like it's been a while, and I know we haven't been able to stream this in Saturday evenings for a couple of weeks, but still, doing all the missions below the main story before you move on does take time. And even when we finish the story, I think there's still going to be quite a few missions to look at before moving on to DLCs. There's still parts of the map we've not been to yet. Notice boards have not picked up, which will have missions on as well. There's still random encounters to find that will only appear when you're near them. We've found a fair few. I know there's a few people I'm speaking to about this that said they've seen the encounters we've found, and some of them they've never found.
Help protect Ciri from the Wild Hunt, and the Emperor will
Here we
grant
go.
you amnesty.
I hope we can trust you.
You can.
What of Fringilla?
That I don't know, but I shall take it up with him.
The witches are ready for us. They're a bit reluctant by the looks of things.
You barely said hello and you're already plotting something.
It's clearly in our nature.
I was going to say, the witches are always plotting. Okay, we'll just ask the other question before we do the next bit. How have you been, Crazy Irishman?
Convince the Emperor to pardon them?
Provided they help us defend Ciri.
Got a hard time believing Emperor would go in for a deal like that.
If you can't believe it, don't. I don't need you to.
She's been a bit off of us, isn't she? Supposedly she's got a pardon for all the witches if they help protect Ciri. He's the Emperor's daughter after all, but still. Seems a bit far-fetched. What was that bit about Fringilla?
Bit about Fringilla.
Work, loving Dying Light.
Triss told me you couldn't contact
Cool, glad you're enjoying it, Crazy Irishman. The DLC we started last week was incredible.
At least that's what Rita implied.
I thought the main game was good. The DLC just adds a different element to it. How'd Rita know?
How's Rita know? Barely got out of prison herself.
She spoke to Fringilla before they imprisoned her. Fringilla said that the Emperor had summoned her, and she'd explained why after the meeting.
I'm looking forward to doing Dying Light 2. A lot of people are telling me that Dying Light 2, though,
I don't like it.
there were mistakes made when they did Dying Light 2 compared to Dying Light 1, like the combat isn't as good and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see the differences.
They're all waiting for us.
Right. Well, we're ready. The witches are ready.
Looky, Mr. Fancy Pack.
That's Triss and Ciri.
Got a minute?
Of course.
Okay, we've got 4 questions to ask Ciri.
Once you'd left Yen and me on the Isle of Avalon, what happened to you? What did you do?
I traveled through time, space, different worlds. I saw houses of glass, ran with unicorns at the world's end. Even lived in an undersea kingdom for a time.
Freedom.
I thought she was taking the mickey when she said lived in an underwater kingdom. So it was actually being sincere.
It was too much. I almost drowned in
Almost drowned while living underwater,
when
eh?
everything is possible, it quickly becomes a lot less alluring.
Traveling between worlds. What's it like?
It's nice.
Difficult?
It was at first, but in time it became automatic, like riding a horse.
Bet a lot of mages would love to learn to do it.
I'm certain they would. But Avallac'h claims they've neither the knowledge nor talent. He spent 4 centuries learning to do it, yet can still only find and pass through...
Do we fully trust Avallac'h? That's the other question. There's always been something about him I've not kind of trusted. I mean, from when we first met him, the way he's kind of teaching Ciri or wanting to take it on for her.
So, need your advice about Yennefer.
Very well. Ask away.
The thing is, I'd like to take her somewhere once it's over. Someplace picturesque, beautiful even, where we can rest.
There's no way the Witcher is ever going to settle down. I can't see it.
Any ideas? was thinking Spala, or maybe Dolbathana.
Might be changing career.
The
I'm about to
first
career or back
roadside
to being a
inn we
HCA.
pass.
Oh, really? Wow.
Take her there.
What's
Pay
made
for a
you
month
think
in
about changing
advance,
career then?
Carve "Do not disturb" into the room door and shut it behind you.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Okay, last thing to ask up.
Eridan's located you time and again. How's that work?
When I pass between worlds, I create a kind of shockwave. Anyone properly trained can sense it. That's how Avallac'h explains it, at any rate. He can do it too.
So you shouldn't actually ever use your power.
It's not like that. The impulse is stronger the longer my voyage. On short hops, the disturbance is practically imperceptible.
So just do short hops then. Might take you a while to get anywhere though.
I should go.
All right, we'll talk later.
Okay, I think she was here with Triss. Let's speak
Yes,
to Triss as well. Make sure she's holding up okay.
You, holding up all right?
It'll be a hard slog for everyone.
You know what I mean.
What am I supposed to say? I mean, I knew you and Yennefer... that you'd end up back together.
We didn't ever make
It
a
was
choice.
lost
It's kind of just happened quite naturally that it
Always.
ends up with Yennefer.
I guess so.
I'm not a massive fan of romance in games. I don't know what it is, but I just dislike having that choice to make. So, I didn't make one in this. I've kind of let it happen as naturally as it would naturally happen. And yeah, it just seems that we've ended up with Yennefer. She does nothing to say to us, I don't think. No. Right, let's be to Avallac'h.
All are present. You were the
This
last
one's
to
got training
arrive.
from Master
Might we set
testing.
sail?
The training is same as HCA. Don't want to do the warden one. Oh, okay, he did be good though, wouldn't it? It'll definitely keep you busy. Right, we're ready. Let's set sail. Yeah, HCA and ED. That's proper full on. But I'm sure you'll do well at it,
The
Crazy
king
Arthur.
of the Wild Hunt sailed aboard the Naglfare, a giant longship that traveled between worlds. As Gels had advised, the Witcher set out to find the Sunstone, an artifact needed to draw Eridan into a trap.
So that's what we're doing. We're looking for a sunstone in Skellige. And this is all to protect. So we've already had the fight against the Wild Hunt at the Witch's home at Kaer Morhen, which went pretty well, other than we lost a good friend in Vesemir. But other than that, I think we did the fight pretty well. Until all the witches decided they were no longer going to stay there anymore. But that happens. She likes seeing Ciri and Geralt together, doesn't she? So we could have ended up with Triss as a love interest, but as we played as naturally as we could, it just never went that way. But then we did learn about Yennefer and Geralt's last
that
wish.
settles the question of His Imperial Majesty's whereabouts.
Does he aim to conquer Skellige? But he knows. Those are my friends.
That's why he's doing it.
He wishes to grant you the Isles, with Sintra and the rest of the Empire.
There is an upside to all this.
Is that so?
The Emperor will have to help us fight the Hunt. And we've just found Fringilla Vigo.
Ah, yes, we have, because she's with the Emperor. And with them on our side against the Hunt, that could come in quite
We
handy.
must hurry and find the Sunstone. Seems we've plenty to do in Skellige after that.
Fringilla Vigo. We need her here.
Okay, can you teleport me into Emperor's ship? Don't even know what the Sunstone is. Which one's first? Can you teleport me into the Emperor's ship?
Can you teleport me onto Amir's ship?
Not a chance. It's better shielded than the Emperor's alcove.
Okay,
Though we
well,
could
that's a
try
no
to force
then.
our way through.
We need Fringilla in one piece.
One more thing the wife can control. She's just the HA rotor. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that, but good point. Yeah, I am really glad to be streaming again. It's tough when you can't. It's like I've said this for the last 2.5 years, nearly 3 years now. I never ever thought about streaming. I never once thought I'd be doing it, and yet once we started, you miss it when you can't. And I knew during the summer when I was really struggling that there's a reason I couldn't, but even then I just wanted to. But yeah, the pain's not getting any better because they're not doing anything about it. And the more I push myself, the worse it is. So I'm trying to just try and even it out. It's obviously the summer holidays. It wasn't just pain; it was also about my family at home and stuff. So I couldn't do morning streams and things. And the evenings, I was just doing myself in, which is why we've not done as many evening streams recently. And next week as well, there won't be any evening streams apart from Saturday because once again, I'm just trying not to push myself too hard because we all know it ends badly. No matter in my head, I'm thinking, just do it. We all know it doesn't work.
Think they know we're here?
But yeah, I'm happy to be streaming again. It's my happy place. How weird that sounds.
Just send her over here in a skiff.
It's far from
and we've got some brilliant things coming up with Assassin's Creed Mirage, Spider-Man 2, Avatar in December.
One officially sentenced to death for treason.
There's lots more to come from the channel and me, to be fair. We start a new episodic game this week. That was my choice after finishing Watch Dogs Legion's DLC last week. So yeah, I've got some good things coming up very soon on the channel, I think, which I'm looking forward to playing in general. Whether I did the channel or not, I'd still be looking forward to playing them.
I'll get on the Emperor's ship myself.
Plan to swim? With swords on your back? You'll get shot up like a sitting duck before you can say the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Don't panic. He'll find a way.
I don't
Make
like
your
her
approach
odds.
by night. You'll stand a better chance then.
So because we said about teleporting onto the ship, that's kind of
Show His
now
Imperial
been our
Majesty
focus
this
rather
letter.
than the
Hand it
Sunstone
to
then,
him
by looks of
directly.
things.
We should remind him what he promised and what he'll get in return.
I didn't, no, I completely forgot. Apologies for that. Judgment, let me just make a note on my phone now and I'll remember hopefully this evening. There's been lots of things I've been meaning to do and I've just not got to any of them. Judgment and Judgment Lost. So I'm just making a note of it now. Did you say they were free on PlayStation Plus? Is that what it was? Judgment and Judgment Lost. Cool. I will have a look. That's the problem with PlayStation Plus I'm finding at the minute, is there's always games on there that oh right, so now we've done the Emperor ship stuff, and I'm going off on different tangents. We can now talk about the Sunstone. Yeah, there's always new games coming up from PlayStation Plus. I think I want to play that, but like, I haven't got the time because I can't fit it in anywhere. There are other stuff on the go.
Now it merely
Constant
serves
battle.
as a symbol of a lost
A good
opportunity
battle,
to
admittedly.
unite the two tribes.
Now I'm lucky in the respect that I have more time than most to game.
Truly.
You know,
Can
without
all of you be
having to worry about
unfamiliar
work
with the
and
story of
stuff.
Gelban and Dillion of
So
the
I am lucky in that respect. Free and PlayStation Plus, cool. I'll have a look this evening after we finish streaming. Right. Okay, we'll do the two that need to be asked for the yellow one. The yellow one moves on the conversation.
What I want to know is if we'll be able to use the Sunstone.
You? No. Me? Naturally.
I still don't know if I trust him.
From the sorceresses.
Of whom some are below deck vomiting, while others remain unreachable.
She's in a good mood, Yennefer, isn't she?
Dallas, please. Absolutely love elven legends.
Gelban was a sage of the Elder Elves. He fell in love with an Enshe elf, Dillion. Yet she spurned him.
That was a jest on Geralt's part.
Too late.
You didn't, yeah, Geralt didn't really want to know, to
The
be
day
fair.
the White Fleet was to set sail, Gelban gave Dillion a gift. The Sunstone. He believed Dillion's heart would soften in time. Once her longing for him burgeoned, she was to use the Sunstone. Though worlds away, he would return.
So there's a way of calling him
Sounds
back
promising.
to her.
Let's just hope this sunstone proves more useful to us than it did to that elf woman.
Okay. What?
The Sunstone's in Skellige? How do we know that?
From legends. Elven ones. It lies where the White Fleet landed centuries
So
ago.
might not even be
Meaning
there.
anywhere on any one of the Isles. Splendid.
Ermion. I'll talk to him.
Know where he is?
I'll ask around the port. Croc's longships are moored there.
Oh, apologies about that. I managed to throw my headphones off just in time. So we've got two things we need to do.
Good luck.
One is to go and speak to the Emperor and find Fringilla, and the other is to find Ermion. Yennefer's given a letter to give to Emery var Emeris as well. Your Imperial Majesty, allow me to remind you that our arrangement encompassed all the sorcerers wishing to take part in the risky endeavour whose success is so vital to us. I find it hard to believe that in the current situation, when I've already succeeded in gathering so many numbers of the Lodge, you refuse to allow Fringilla Vigo to join our company. I understand there are personal factors that make you reluctant to part with your subject, but I assure you our interests are aligned in those matters as well. I promise that I will uphold the conditions of our arrangement, despite the fact that they will demand sacrifice of me or leave me in an unfortunate situation. I therefore request politely yet with great insistence that you release Fringilla. Oh wow. So is she giving herself over instead of Fringilla then? It sounds like Yennefer is sacrificing herself.
Geralt?
Oh, we found something that might be yours. I was actually going to ask about her letter, but obviously we can't for some reason. Let's ask the two things here, and then we'll ask about we found something. I don't know what we found, but we found something.
Ever think about the past? About your time with the hunt?
At times, I'm amazed we survived. Eredin's not usually one to leave witnesses behind.
That's just it. He didn't. Lost my memory when I escaped the hunt.
That's true. So
yes. Your famous
So we didn't leave a witness if we could remember it.
For a short time only. Once the Emperor's mages got their hands on me, my memory quickly returned.
Oh wow, okay, there's lots of things to ask.
When the hunt had you...
I will say it's very, very hot in the UK this
Even
evening,
if
and all
they
week
did,
to
I've
be
no
fair.
memory of it. The whole time's but a string of phantom images. Blood and fire. A wild chase through different worlds. All shrouded in fog. Though I do remember you coming for me. Trading your life for mine. I hadn't the chance to thank you then.
You'd have done the same for me.
I'm
Yes,
touched by your
they
certainty.
popped in 2 or 3 days
Tell me
before
how you escaped them.
Rosie went into labour,
knowing that
and I was
myself.
chatting to Sean since.
There are times I remember rushing
and they went home last
Red
night.
Riders around me. Next thing I know,
They're-
I'm in the
he's
woods
very
at the foot
excited.
of Kaer Morhen. That's it.
Okay, do we want to... Do you know what?
Thanks, Yen.
That wasn't what I wanted to speak to.
See
I
you
want
later.
I'll do the one that says I found something of yours,
Geralt?
but we're going to be here
Found
asking
something
questions
that
for
might
ages if
belong
not
to you.
careful.
That skull some sort of accessory? If so, you've changed your style a bit.
It's a weapon.
Don't remember ever seeing you with that.
It's as you said. I've changed my style.
Okay, there we go.
Thanks, Yen.
We handed in whatever it was we'd found. Gained some experience points for it as well. Right. So we're going to go and... We can do one of two things now. They're both the same thing to do. So we're going to ask Crack where Ermion is. We've got find the Sunstone, pick Fringilla up on the Emperor's ship, and sneak onto the Emperor's flagship under cover of darkness. So I think we'll start with the Sunstone. I think that makes the most sense. Where are we heading for this then? So we're going to head to Crack on is it Crack on Crate? Which is telling us it's just there by the looks of things. So we'll head there first. This is not too far away.
You know what I just realized?
So I just want to see who was in there. It's the witches.
Geralt has slept with everyone.
They were talking about Geralt's conquests, I think, when I just walked in. Okay, here he is. Our old friend, Crack on Crate. Zeno, good evening, how are you?
Wolf, did you see? The black dogs in their rickety tubs. They bay at our gates, seek to strike fear in our hearts.
Saw them all. Where's Ermion?
Went to see Lugas. An uncrate on the throne remains a thorn in his ass. Now he's seen the Black Ones, it pricks him even harder.
I'm not too bad. Not too bad, thank you.
Reason with the dim-witted knob.
Think I'll join Ermion. Need to talk to him.
Go. And when you see that bloody twit Lugas, be sure and tell him... best not. The druid knows what to say. Farewell.
Okay. So he's given us a location of Ermion. So where are we going for that? Ah, down south. So what we'll do, we'll head to the fast travel point and then we'll head to Caermere to go and speak to Ermion. We have got a fast travel point just there. That's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Custom marker. So we'll head there to fast travel to the village we need to head to. We could go by foot, but it would take a while. And we have been this way that way on foot before. We're not really going to gain anything from doing it. There we go. I thought there was a merchant here. I don't think there's anything good, but we'll have a look.
Show me your wares.
What do you call that? They're rubbish weapons. State of those things. Mastercrafted racing saddle. Same as my one. What are these? Are these maps? Read this guidebook once for... Oh, are these to unlock... Okay, so you could read these and they will unlock fast travel points around Skellige. I'm not that fussed really, to be fair. I'd like to find them myself. So I'm not going to spend 300 crowns a time.
So long.
Right, fast travel point. The thing is also, if you read those and it gave you all the fast travel points, it's all well and good, but if you've not visited there and you don't go because you see the fast travel point and think, oh, I've already been there because the fast travel point's there, you're going to think you've already explored it. And then maybe these places were not explored. And then I'll just lose track. So it's easier not to. Plus, to find them ourselves is part of the fun. Yeah, the temperature's horrendous in a minute.
Did you sever his head?
Okay, so Ermion should be here.
Something I've always wondered.
From what we've been told.
What do you witchers do?
Wouldn't mind an armourer. If there's an armourer nearby, we'll have to visit them because I think we may be able to get some better armour. Get rid of some of this heavy armour would be the aim.
I'll not kneel before an Oncrite, never. That clear to you?
You prefer to aid the Black Ones?
I'd sooner aid the rights of bleeding Warhog than let crack rule off
The heat makes you grouchy.
What do they say? Will they follow you when the Jarls call you a traitor?
This here's my land, Druid. Watch your words.
What is it if not treason? Want to be king by the grace of Nilfgaard.
What would you call it if not treason?
That's your bark before you bite. Did Crack send you?
Not a fan of Lugos either, to be fair.
Then go ahead. Try to take it.
To be fair, I'm the same as you. I prefer it cold. Who am I fighting? I'm going to fight Lugos and his men. I haven't put Igni on, have I, since? No. Well, Lugos' men decided to attack. And we've now got to defend ourselves. Luckily, we have the maid with us. Him down as well. Still one over there. Crossbow. I always forget how to use the crossbow. I think I missed, to be fair. That didn't miss. We are hitting him. The crossbow doesn't do as much damage. Has he just knocked him off? I think he has, hasn't he? Okay. Ermion killed everyone. So Lugos decided to attack. We defended ourselves, shall we say. I wasn't expecting to kill Lugos though. We're going to have a load of weapons to sell, by the looks of things. Was not expecting that's the way that Lugos would end up dying, to be fair. I've never been a fan of him. He's always someone that's kind of not agreed with us helping. So it's not a massive loss, but definitely not what I was expecting to happen. Enjoy the silence, just it doesn't like me. Yeah, so I like a good cold winter, personally. Okay, I think we've picked up all the weapons and stuff from everyone we killed. I did see one that said... Calcium, I don't know if we need those. I don't want to loot all their stuff because it's still kind of stealing, isn't it? Let's have a quick look at what we did pick up. There was something interesting. That was it. The Elven Steel Sword. Don't think we've seen one of those before. Fortunately, it's too low a level for us to use. But yeah, definitely different. The long swords are just normal. None of these is better than what we're using, so none of that matters. I could do with eating some food though, really. Right, we're going to go and speak to Ermion now. I kind of... No, I was going to then start looting, but I suppose we shouldn't. I don't know who takes over now, Lugos. Oh, is he still fighting? That's quite a cool slow-mo kill, though, actually. I don't think I've seen that all the way through so far. That's quite a cool slow-mo. Oh, there's more. More of Lugos' guards are still attacking. I suppose they couldn't just let us walk out, could they, after we just killed everyone? This is his arm. Who was aiming? I'm sure someone was just aiming at us. Over there.
Never fight a witcher.
Yeah. We need to get behind him or stun him like that. Yeah, we've got to block at the right time to get a stun in to try and get through that shield. Or use fire. Yeah, he's down. Are we done? Anyone else? I think we're done. Right. I don't know how much trouble we're going to be in for killing Lugos and all his men, to be fair. I kind of feel like that we may get in trouble for this. Okay. I'm looking if there's any chests anywhere. If there's a chest, we'll have a look at what's inside. Just in case it's anything Witcher-wise, but I don't think there is. What's in here? Smoking pipe. I only want to take things, because we just killed Lugos and all his men, if it's something that's going to help us, rather than take everything like I normally would. Mainly because I'm trying not to steal off anyone. And we haven't done all the way through, to be fair. If it's something Witcher based that we need, or a recipe or something, we'll take it. That's the door. So there's blacksmith's area, isn't it? I'm guessing I can't do anything with all the swords that are there. There's a grindstone. And that's the armour, so that's all enhanced. What's in this tent? I think we looked in here, didn't we? Yeah. Kind of think we've looked everywhere. That's their prison, isn't it? I don't know. Can I break that? So we've just killed everyone in the camp, but there's prisoners left in now. I wasn't sure if we should leave them or not. That's locked. Right, let's speak to Ermion then. He's kind of left Lugos' territory. I'm hoping he's going to take some of the blame for this. Because I'm not sure we should have killed everyone. They didn't give us much choice, to be fair. As he was... Well, he was talking about treason. But, even so. How far is Ermion? There was a fast travel point back there, is what I'm thinking. I don't know, it's not massive miles away. Typical moody Scotsman just burns in the sun. My issue isn't necessarily the sun itself. I find the issue is more when it's humidity. You know, when it's that horrible stuffy heat and there's nothing you can do about it. That's when it annoys me. Right.
Move. That's enough. Wait. This one's really funny.
So the guards on the gates in Baron Island.
Well, Geralt, I see no row can occur in Skellige without your participation.
We didn't mean to intrude.
Inaccurate, Ermion. Seems to me I've missed quite a few.
The blood of Crach's blood sits upon the throne, and that is your doing. I'm afraid you've ignited a small civil war.
For ages, men had shed each other's blood in the quest for Skellige's crown. Politics as usual, just a difference of degree. Yet the bloody feast at Caer Trolda was different. It was dishonorable, treacherous.
I do really like how they have these little bits of story in like this.
Witcher's work. Work that culminated with the crowning of the Isle's new queen.
So that's the thing, the Witchers are meant to be independent, they're not meant to go in any politics and take any side.
Clan Drummond will
Yet we
attack
did.
sooner than we expected, it seems.
Thought Crach sent you to negotiate an agreement with Lugos.
Ha! An agreement. Only Crach believes such a thing possible at this stage.
Mean I didn't actually ruin things for you?
We didn't. There's no, we did anything
Lugos'
wrong.
death stands to change a great deal. His cousin, who will now be named Jarl, is a weak commander. Stupid. This war will start soon, end even sooner. But why have you returned to Skellige?
Kind of need the Sunstone, to be fair. Right, we'll ask about Ceres, and then we'll hopefully find out this location of the Sunstone.
How's Ceres handling things?
Has the makings of an excellent queen, if she would only flee her father's shadow. Everyone, Lugos excepted, declared their support for her. Yet the minute the Imperial fleet appeared on the horizon, the Jarl took matters into his own hands.
And Hjalmar?
The lads led 3 raids against the Imperial fleet, all against Crach's will, all failed. Yet he'll find volunteers for another.
Yeah, sounds like Hjalmar. Listen, Ermion, know anything about the Sunstone? Legends place it somewhere in Skellige.
The Mask of Urberus.
So say, if anyone knows about it, it's going to be him.
Sunstone. Monsters may rest easy. You've become a treasure hunter.
I wouldn't quite say that.
I've never found the Enshe elves interesting. But there's a skald, Avent. He could help you. Once told me of some inaccessible caverns or ruins or some such.
Where will I find him?
Today? In Arenbjorn, doubtless. You might also ask the pearl divers, Erling and Matthias Fishlung.
Fishlung.
Of late,
Pearl
they hunt
divers.
near the tip of the bay.
Last name kind of says it all, doesn't it?
Fishlung?
It's definitely a weird name.
Him. Submerges for hours at a time.
Oh wow, so it could be for a long time
Don't know how he
underwater.
does it, but I've my suspicions.
Not too fond of him.
It's nothing personal. I couldn't stand his father or grandfather either.
It's not personal, just don't like your family.
Thanks for your help.
One thing, Geralt. These caves are ruins. Matthias and Erling's ancestors would have looted them bare centuries ago were they not protected by some magic barrier.
Okay,
Take
so
a
we're
sorceress.
going to need a sorceress then.
You must have brought at least one along.
Say that.
This time.
Gods protect us.
Ermion doesn't like witches either. Okay, we're going to speak to the bard and speak to the pearl divers. Where are we heading to see these people? That'll be the bard, pearl divers, all the way up there. Okay. We've been there before, Arenborn. We must be a fast travel point near where we are. Yes, there is. Down here in the port, we can fast travel up. Otherwise, it's a fair distance. Otherwise, I might regret this because it may be too high. How high are we? Oh, we're okay. Slide down the mountain. It's all good. There we go. We made it in one piece. Okay, so we'll go to the other village up here, Aranborn. We'll speak to the bard first, then we'll head north to speak to the pole divers. I'm just wondering, is there an armourer here? There might not be. Not every village has everything. There's a blacksmith, not an armourer. We've got a load of swords on us, haven't we? Weight-wise, we're going to go past the blacksmith to head north anyway, so we'll have to make sure, I'll just speak to the bard. When we head to the pearl divers, we will stop at the blacksmith and get rid of all the stuff from Lugos and his men. We'll give us some space back. We won't get much of the parts, but it's better than nothing. It's a space we want to keep on top of. Right. What will the bard have for us? Would he know anything? I was about to look what was in the chest right next to us there, but... Not yet, no. What's he looking
Watching
for?
Nilfgaard's fleet.
Fleet? Oh, aye, they mentioned something. Nay, I've more important matters on my mind. By my calculations, today's the day Gevorg, the legendary white whale, will swim the waters of Skellige.
Oh, okay.
Been waiting for this my whole life.
You're going to miss it because I'm talking to you instead.
What's this whale about?
He's to appear when spectres descend from the heavens into the waves. The serpent wakes the sea's wrath and an icy monster devours an isle. Be the first bard to compose a ballad about him.
Legends don't happen to mention a curse of the Black Sun, do they?
Black Sun? What are you on about?
Never mind. Let's watch for Gevorg together, and you can tell me what you know about any elven ruins in Skellige.
Still no whale. I don't think it's coming. I think it's his days wrong.
Cavern no one's been able to enter.
Good thing too. Elsewise they'd have plundered it long ago like all the others.
There's the whale.
Avend.
What?
I think I just... It's gone. I was hoping to press it in time. I did press it in time to tell him. But I think he missed it.
Writing a historical treatise on the Enshe elves.
I hate these quick decisions.
Under Ermien's tutelage.
Ermien? Man never cared a whit about the elves of the mountains. I've seen through you, you conniver. Cut me to bits if you like. I'll never tell you about the cavern.
Why would you not just tell us about the cavern?
It's sure to be today.
Well, we tried to get him to see the whale. We managed to see it. He didn't, but he won't tell us anything about the caverns. Annoyingly. I kind of feel I may have answered wrong. Oh. Is it stealing if we take them? It's just a random chest. I'm not going to take them. I think it's going to be stealing if I just take them from there. Yeah, we did try and tell him about the whale. I'm pretty sure we pressed it in time. But it wasn't enough to get him to tell us anything. So there's a blacksmith around here somewhere. And then past that, we're heading to the Pearl Divers. We have been around here before, to be fair. I think that's where the lighthouse is on the far northern part, where the place was haunted because of the person looking after it stealing from shipwrecks by turning out the actual light, so ships would wreck on purpose and they'd steal from the wreck. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Right, we're heading the right way here, yes. Keep heading straight. And there should be a blacksmith's on our right. We've got a few things to get rid of. Where's the blacksmith? There he is. Hopefully he's got some money on him.
If me eyes don't deceive me, you're the White Wolf. Warrior, lover, philosopher extraordinaire.
Warrior, lover, philosopher.
And a friend of the great Master Dandelion himself.
The great
Master Dandelion. I see.
who built you a monument more lasting than any of bronze. When next you see him, White Wolf, please convey the great esteem in which I, Sigurd, hold his many achievements.
Oh, I'll be sure to tell him exactly what I think of his tales.
It would be disgrace to censor such an artist. Though a smith by trade, I too do my best work in words.
Do you now? I'd like to reforge my sword. Not seen that option before.
Need something crafted.
Oh, that's just crafting. I wondered what it was. I hadn't seen that before. We'll repair our equipped stuff. Not that they need much repairing. And then we'll sell the extra weapons we picked up. So you got anything decent? Not really. Considering we're swapping the sword shortly anyway to this one. Although it's a steel sword. That's a silver sword. 31 damage and now current. That's a silver sword as well. There's one we're using, actually a new one we've only recently acquired, to be fair. The ones he's got, though, aren't brilliant. I don't think it's worth doing any of those. Runestone crafting. Yeah, not too worried about any of that. So, I should really check in case they have any of the Witcher gear crafting. But I've yet to see it on a tradesperson, to be fair. They said all the weapons we got from Lugos' men, including Lugos himself. He's got a decent amount of money. The stuff isn't worth much, it never is. It would always tell you it's worth more than what they actually pay for it. My controller's sounding really weird. Oh, he hasn't got enough to buy the last one off me. I don't want to buy anything from you, but I may have to just to get the last one sold. I don't need anything though. But if I want to sell the last one, I need to spend some money. I don't need to spend much though. Runestone. I'm wondering if I wonder if you could put runestones together to combine them, but I don't see the option. What's that? Okay. So you know what? We'll keep the one on us if need be. If he hasn't got the money, he hasn't got the money. There is a second blacksmith here. He might have separate money. Does he have different money to the other one?
Me?
No.
I've got nothing to say.
Okay. What's that? I didn't mean to bump into you. You're betrothed. Okay. Right. So we're heading just up above where we are now to get to these pearl divers and hoping they have some answers. Since the other guy wouldn't tell us anything. Now wants us to go up here. Because he wants us to get to where the bridge is, I think. Do some running. Yeah, we've just got to get to where the bridge is and go across that way. Keep going down. There are some. Are they banshees there, or are they not people? Is there no people? They're not banshees. Again, if we don't need to fight, it's probably best not to, just because it will slow us down. If we have to, we will defend ourselves, but I think we should be alright. Yeah, I don't think we have to stop and fight them. So, from here we need to head north. That way. There is a boat here actually. Yes, we'll use the boat and sail there. As that will speed things up. Haven't driven one of these in ages. So, accelerate. We could be attacked while in this, but we'll try and avoid that if possible. No, we've been attacked. Might. I think it just did it damage. Yeah, it damaged the boat. I'm not worried. We've got no need to stop and fight. If anything, just slows us down. We'll just keep moving. There's a bit of damage to the right hand side of the boat. You can see some of the water going in. But it's still upright. How rude. He isn't the biggest fan of how much of the Skellige boat is mostly water. But it kind of makes sense because it's Isles, isn't it? So it does make sense as well, though. But I know what you mean. It's a lot harder to travel around than it is the other places because of all the water. Right, the pearl divers are meant to be here somewhere. We think this is his
No
boat.
way around it. Gonna have to dive. They call him fish lung for a reason.
So we've got to dive down and speak to the guy underwater. Where is he? I can't see where he is though. I think we've already dove down here once because the chest has already been emptied, to be fair. Can't see him. We're going to get to the surface, get some oxygen back in. I'm just going to keep swimming around till we find him, I think. The traversal was absolutely painful. Yeah, that is the thing. If you haven't got, when you haven't got a fast travel point yet, that's when it gets frustrating. Once you start getting them on at least one on each island, it's not so bad. I do know what you mean. There's a chest there. There's a sword in that one. Right, where's this pearl diver? I'm going to auction again, aren't I? And I'm yet to find him. Where is he? Nothing's showing up to where he is. Annoyingly. Yeah, a few faster ones, not too bad, but at first... Oh yeah, no, to start with it's a pain. To start with. Okay. Don't think he's here. I think we've looked everywhere there. I can't even see a heartbeat or anything. Although I don't know if the heartbeats count for people or not. I'm not too sure. Where else could he be? So this is the edge of where he possibly could be. I thought there's two of them as well. You would have thought we'd be able to spot them quite easily, but not, it doesn't seem like we can. Although with them plants down there be an indicator maybe where they are. Just on the edge, no. Okay, still can't see anyone. I'm slightly out of the search area as well. Where are they? Right, there's a heartbeat there, but I don't think that's them because I think it's too far away. Marvel Cuphead, good evening. How are you? Thanks for the like for those, much appreciated. But yeah, I can understand why it would be frustrating, especially when you first get here. Where are they? What's the bane? There's a tunnel or something we've got to go into. Like that one just there. They're going to be in that tunnel. Okay, let's get auction and we'll head straight back into it. Got a feeling that's where they're going to be. Okay. Guessing they're possibly in here, I could be wrong. Are they in here? Or am I somewhere else? Oh no, I think we've gone to the right place. Yeah, they're over there.
Look, Erling, Told you we wasn't done for the day. Didn't even have to fish this one out.
You daft. Can't you see he's a witcher?
What's a witcher?
Why are we not playing Spider-Man 2? Spider-Man 2's not out yet. It's not out till October. You make me doubt myself right now as well. No, Spider-Man 2's now till end of October. Where have you seen Spider-Man 2 being played? Spider-Man 2 is released on the PS5 only, October 20th, 2023. No more pearls? Yeah, no, it's not out yet.
Not your concern.
Another month.
What the sea gives, we take.
Seems she's a reluctant giver.
Aye, I could use a better knife. But a few hours and their fingers are swollen.
Okay. Hand the bodies over to their families afterwards.
Plan to return the bodies to their families at least? I mean, once you're done.
They speak true. Mutants got nothing resembling refined sentiments. Look,
So they've been taking the bodies out of crashed ships and taking all the jewellery and stuff off them, alongside their pearl diving. You saw people live streaming Spider-Man 1 on PlayStation 4 a lot. Yeah, but that's not Spider-Man 2 though, is it? Spider-Man 2 isn't even out on PS4 either. It's PS5 only.
Risking a lot.
Why? That a threat or something?
Don't need to worry about me. But I heard calls underwater. Monsters must have sensed blood.
That's gone, Morris.
I don't hear nothing.
But yeah, no, we are doing Spider-Man 2 on release. So it comes out 20th of October.
We best get out of here, Matthias.
Listen, heard you know a thing or two about elven ruins in Skellige.
Who says?
Ermion.
You'll not tell him what you saw today, will you?
Depends.
Elven ruins, you say? What you want to know?
Everything you know.
Some cavern you've never been able to enter. Where is it?
East of Cairtrold. In a cove you can only reach from the sea.
We got nothing else for you, so if you're done, we'd rather get back up top.
I'm done. And good idea.
Okay, so they've been robbing the bodies. That's fine. That's their business, not ours. We got the information we needed. Why is there a question mark above us as well? Okay. We're being attacked, aren't we, drowners? Knew I could hear something. And we did say there were creatures nearby. We could hear them calling. So we've got drowners to deal with. That one dived underneath just as I decided to use Igni on him. That's someone down. Come on, Drowner, where are you? I see ya. Could mean there could be some loot in this cave. Potentially. Oh, he stunned us. I went for the block and he stunned us instead. That's his head gone, though. Wow, we all clear? I think so. Alright, we'll pick up the loot from the creatures and then we'll look in case there's any other chests or anything here to have a look at. It's not guaranteed there is decent loot down here, but we may as well look while we're here. I haven't, no, I can't go and sit in the cinema. And I haven't really looked at any movies for a while, so I haven't looked on streaming and stuff for anything. Is it any good? Sapphire dust, we don't really need it. I don't obviously want to steal anything. I know the other guys have been stealing to get this stuff where it is now, but I can't steal. I think that's everything. Oh, I thought we could break that. I did forget actually they can be broken. Not as anything there though once you break them. Okay, and there's nothing else in here I don't think. wanted to double check whether I missed anything. No. So I think we've got to go out the cave the way we came in. There's a question mark above the cave as well, which is a bit weird. That will now be on the map, so that'll be somewhere to look at on the map. But we're going to go and speak to Yennefer next and tell her about the location we're going to go to. Really good, was it? I really tried to give in some spiders a chance. You couldn't get into it, could you not? It's something I'd probably end up watching my little boy, to be fair. So when it said a question mark above us, I don't know where the question mark is, because there's nothing there. And I know we've been up there, because we're the lighthouse. We need to get into a boat, and then we'll sail to... I think we can fast travel to a port. Should be able to get back to Caltrode Harbour and speak to Yennefer. We've got about 15 minutes or so left, so we'll see how much more we can get done. But we can fast travel once in a boat as well. So I'll try and do that. And we might get a little bit more of this done. Why is that boat got damaged? That might have been my... no, it wasn't my boat. This is my boat. Right, I'm pretty sure if we go on the helm, we now should be able to fast travel to any port area. Yes, there you go. Caltrode Harbour. Yeah, I think my boy will enjoy it. So I've not really seen them myself, really. Well, we need to park the boat up, and then we've got to go and speak to Yennefer. And then we can head to this location. Depending what the location needs, time-wise, it's going to depend on if we can get it done this evening or not. I'm hoping we don't need to tell anyone what happened to Lugos just yet.
Otherwise, I'll continue to wonder if he's not about to stab me in the back.
You've something of a persecution complex.
You needn't come with us.
I hadn't intended it.
Going
See where Yennefer's going to?
Ciri says there's a site in Skellige we must examine. Avallac'h's clearly hiding something from us.
Oh, really?
Earlier, when we were in the Isles together, Avallac'h mentioned a laboratory. At one point, he wished to teleport there, to retrieve something. And he refused to take me with him. It was all very strange.
Sufficiently suspicious.
I have already said I don't trust Avallac'h.
So what? Want to just sneak in and root around?
And now I've other people, especially Ciri, thinking the same thing.
Fine. Where is it?
On a small isle between Undvik and Speakerog.
Not exactly on our way. Just found out the sunstone's on Ord Skellige. Cavern along the coast that we can only access from the sea. Gonna need some real magic to get in, too.
Go find this laboratory. I will explore Ard Skellige.
Okay, so she's going to go there and help us, so we can meet her there afterwards.
Your eyesight. Only just recovered and magically simulated. Didn't you say you'd need some time to get accustomed?
Did I?
I'm guessing she's already accustomed.
I'd forgotten how irritating she can be. Come, Ciri. We'll await you there.
Because Geralt doesn't like travelling the portals. That's why they said we'll meet you there. Nothing to do with the fact that we can do other things on the way. So we're travelling to the island where Avallac'h's laboratory is located. Got a new map that's just popped up. Quest updated for the battle preparations. We'll have a look, and if we've been to the island before, then we'll be able to deal with it. Otherwise, we're going to have to travel there by boat. So where are we heading? We are heading... I mean, there's parts of the map we've still not been to. Okay. I think we've not been there, but I think it's given us a fast travel point there anyway. I'm pretty sure we haven't been there. There's still islands we haven't been to, which obviously before we do DLCs, I kind of want to see if there's any other side missions in some of these areas as well. So we will be doing some of that before we start DLCs. Quickest way of getting there is probably a fast travel point. We could sail over the ocean and have a look at what that is, but I think I do want to know what it is because it looks like ruins and there could have something good in it. But with time not on our side this evening, I think we should focus on where we can get to.
I'll never
So we'll look for the fast travel point, which should be along here, and then we'll head and meet Ciri and Yennefer and see what this laboratory is about. Why did Avallac'h not want anyone else to go to it? I'm just glad that everyone's now on our side, to be fair. They don't trust him either. Good night, Crazy Irishman. Thank you for joining us. Much appreciated. Have a good day tomorrow. 2, 3 of them. Okay. Have a good one, Crazy Irishman. I'm sure we'll speak soon. Thank you, Crazy Irishman. Thank you for the like, much appreciated. Tactic Flag, good evening. How are you? Good, bud. I've just spotted it. I just guessed. When I saw good, I just assumed you said good night. And now I'm just saying it. Yeah, that's come across a little bit harsh there, Zena. You going now, are you? Good. Right. I don't know if there's anything else obviously on here. What's this? Oh, so that's the fast travel point. Okay. Let's head inside. Don't like heading into these kind of places because it tends to be a fight. What are those things?
Entrance is very well protected. I believe we'll find something interesting inside.
How will you lift the barrier?
Yeah, I think we are going to find something interesting when you've got those kind of things protecting it.
Remember the spell?
And there's 2 of them.
Teaching me. And to think I thought you an overbearing cold shrew at the time.
Good, good. Glad you're good, Tactic Plan.
This is no time to get soppy.
So, any incriminating letters?
I
closets
bet the 2 things behind us are going to come alive.
Not even opened the door yet.
It's a highly complex magic barrier. Let's try.
Yata Ligen!
They haven't come alive. Yeah, they have.
I'll take care of them.
So we've got golems. Golems? Thing with them is they if they grab you, they pack a punch, and once they protect themselves, you don't want to be hitting them because you just end up blunting your sword. Right, it's one down. Right. You tell me I can't loot it. I can't loot it. There's nothing to loot. I wanted to loot it. We defeated anyway. The music's really good, Zeno, as well, though. That's the thing. I'm not even a massive music lover, I would say. But, yeah, your music's really good.
It's a bit low, isn't it? Rummaging through his papers.
You wish to come, my dear.
It wouldn't be protected by a golem or 2, would it, if there was something to hide?
No, that's not me. Where's the scar?
It's definitely you.
Isn't that the point? There's no scar.
Sure, Avallac'h's only interested in you for your magic abilities.
So very early on, we told Ciri we didn't trust Avallac'h. We thought he was trying to use her for more than just her abilities. There was more to it. She didn't believe us, and obviously she still doesn't believe us fully.
Look, Geralt.
Yennefer's found something. What's Yennefer found?
It seems someone was literally just here.
No worries, Yennefer. No worries. It seems someone was just here. Assistant?
Avallac'h's assistant, maybe?
No. Somehow it doesn't seem like Avallac'h to have one.
A distillate? Smells like...
Verbena.
Uh-huh.
Aha, what?
No, nothing.
Sometimes you really get on my nerves, you know.
What does Geralt figure out?
Not very incriminating.
Wait. We've not examined the entire laboratory yet.
We haven't. Right, what else is there to look at? There's something else we're going to find in here to give us a clue.
Feel like I've walked into somebody's bedroom.
Okay, there's going to be something else here. Don't need to pick up the lesser glyph. As I say, I don't like to steal. It's something useful, it's a different story.
Yen.
What's Geralt found? What is that? I was going to say a family tree, but I don't think it is. Or maybe it is, I don't know.
Genealogical chart of the Enhanikir, the Elder Blood.
Oh wow, okay, so it's basically a family tree.
You never showed me the full version. I had no idea Viedmont of Eden was an ancestor. Was he the one who punished his daughters with a hot iron? Or the one who had his own father's eyes gouged out?
Him of the daughters. My, even I'd never seen the full version.
There's all the people that have an elder blood.
Has analysed all the paths of Lara's gene, even those we thought extinct.
He's only analyzing? Really believe that? If he's anything like our mages, I seriously doubt he's standing back and observing how Laura's descendants are doing.
I don't think we'll ever know if or how deeply the elves have meddled in the gene's mutation.
Did you have a hand in what Geralt mentioned? The work of those human mages?
Of course not.
She's lying.
Let's look at
Look on her face that she's lying. She had a part to play, I think.
Gods, he spent over 2 centuries on this. He was the first to study Lara's gene. Volker? Some entries about Ciri, but it's here later that things get interesting. He actually tried to cultivate a genetic mix like Ciri's, but one excluding the human line.
Meaning what exactly? That I ought to be looking about for giant jars holding my siblings?
Don't be foolish. Avallac'h never got that far. Apparently, all
But he was trying to recreate Ciri.
You are unique.
Without the human part.
And that's why we've the wild hunt to contend with. Let's ferret on. See if we can't find something even more interesting.
Well, I think we've definitely been right in our thinking of him not being completely honest and truthful. I'm trying to work out which way we've been and which we've been in there. No, we haven't been here. Who's that?
How did you get in here?
We mean you no harm, I think is the first thing we should be saying.
We mean you no harm.
I care not at all why you're here. Get out. You. I remember you. From Tir na Liar.
Remarkable. I thought all elves looked alike to those of your race. If it's Avallac'h you seek, he's not here.
I know.
And yet you come here. What for? To spy on him. He tries his damnedest to save you every time you do something
Sounds
stupid.
jealous.
Is that not enough?
What can you possibly know about that?
You'd be surprised. He's told me a great deal about you.
For example?
Like what?
He said you shared Lara's features. I don't see whatever it is he sees. It seems a bit like trying to drink water from a mud puddle. But I imagine that belief somehow helps him with his task.
What task?
Okay, what is the task?
Do you think he trails you everywhere for pleasure? Even I grow ill at the sight of you.
It's incredible how those like you still believe you're superior to humans, in any way.
She's no human. She's a degenerate half-breed. To have no choice but to use something
Geralt
like
just
that, it's humiliating.
We are rapidly running out of time for this evening stream, so we've only got a few minutes left. We'll finish this bit of talking, I think, before we can save.
She must do what she must. Then Avallac'h will finally be free of her.
So she thinks that Avallac'h is using Ciri, which is what we thought all along.
So deeply. Why didn't he tell me to my face?
Didn't actually believe her, did you?
Avallac'h means that much to you.
What's that got to do with
I
me?
believe her because it's everything we've been saying from the start. That may have been the wrong thing to say. Ciri knows we've never been fond of Avallac'h, that's the thing.
What? Do you fear I'll level this place like I did Kaer Morhen? Shame I can't do that at will, because I'd really like to now.
Go for it. I'm going to call a bluff. I said go for it, nothing's happened. Geralt's way of cheering Ciri up. Don't level the place, but destroy a few things. She's got a smile on her face, so it's probably the good thing to say that. Yennefer, not so much. Yennefer looks like she's just figuring out what children she's looking after. Downside is, other than the woman, we didn't actually find anything else that Avallac'h was up to. Other than his experimentations never really made it anywhere. Yennefer's found something. Definitely took Ciri's mind off things.
There, that's better. Let's get out of here.
At least she enjoyed herself. Yennefer looked like she'd found something, maybe she hadn't. Okay. We've got to meet Ciri outside the laboratory. Before we head out, we are going to stop because we are out of time. Not there's anything else to pick up, to be fair. Steel ingot. What's in the top one? Yeah. I think this is as good a time as any to save it. Because I don't know how much more story-wise there will be before we can then stop again. So this may be the best time. I always do a double save because I always doubt the first time I've saved it, to be fair. But that is us for this evening. I'm afraid we're out of time. It's been really good to get back to an evening stream again. It's been a while, to be fair, since we've done an evening stream. As I say, the schedule is out tomorrow, 1 PM GMT, as always. There's a little bit of talking before the schedule video of me just explaining next week why it is the way it is. And don't miss the new series that comes to the channel next week, episodically, twice a week. That will be you'll find out what game it is during the schedule video, to be fair. Zeno, pleasure as always, thank you very much. And if you haven't checked out the channel update from the other day, do have a look at that and have a listen and let me know what you think. And I think that's everything. So the next evening stream we're having is next Saturday as we continue this, The Witcher. That'll be next Saturday, and as I say, tomorrow's schedule video will explain why I'm doing only one evening stream next week, but hopefully be able to up things as we go along. That's my hope and plan anyway. But for tonight, that is it. Thanks for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. Have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in a live stream very soon. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.